All right, so thank you so much for joining. My name is Jenna Cassidy. I teach yoga at Art of Fitness Laguna, and welcome to my home yoga studio this morning. We are out of our Art of Fitness Laguna normal space just this morning for my class, and then following this gentle yoga class, Marian will be teaching resistance training at 10 a.m. on the same feed. Get ready to join this class, and then stay tuned for hers right afterwards. Awesome. Alrighty, give me 1 second, just fixing one little thing on the phone, and I think we are ready to go. Cool, so meet me on the mat. Today we will be starting in a reclined posture. Supta Baddha Konasana is the name of it, which means it's a reclined bound cobbler's pose. Knees will go out wide, soles of the feet together, and then gently recline back. And if you feel any tension on the inner groins or the outer edge of the legs, then feel free to support yourself with the blocks that you have nearby the mat. So grab those. It will support the outer edges of your thighs. And then let yourself gently relax down onto the mat. Bring a hand on the heart, a hand on the belly. Close the eyes here and start to build a soft breath in the body. And I'll meet you there in a moment. Begin to check into the body. Allow the breath to flow softly and freely throughout every inch of your being. And allow that breath to be soft and soothing. Allow those inhales to feel rich with energy, and those exhales to feel thick with release. And give yourself permission to just be here now in this moment, in your body, on your mat, in your practice. And we'll start today's practice with a quote from Rumi. And this quote will be our intention for movement, for a state of mind, and for transition from the beginning of the day into the rest of the day and this week. And Rumi says, inside each of us, there's a continual autumn. Our leaves fall and are blown out over the water. A crow sits on the blackened limbs and talks about what's gone. There's a necessary dying, and then we are reborn, breathing again. Very little grows on jagged rock. Be ground, be crumbled, so wild flowers will come up where you are. Take a breath into that and feel the softness of your body. And feel the support of the ground beneath you. And we'll grow from there today. Feeling that stability, feeling that growth, feeling the life within. And take the palms to the outer edge of the legs. Bring the inner knees to touch, and soles of the feet to the ground. And then heel toe the feet a bit wider than the hips distance. Release the inner groins from here. Take a breath. Release any tension around the low back. Maybe tilt the pelvis upwards towards your chest to release the low back and press that against the ground. And then come back to a neutral spine. Allow both knees to drift off to the left side. Maybe gaze right. Stretch the neck as you stretch the outer right hip. Inner left groin. And take a breath into the body. And starting to build awareness to how the breath flows within, how those inhales and exhales can guide movement with consciousness, with mindfulness, with awareness to how every inch of our being feels. And take another inhale there, and then use that exhale, transition to the right side, both knees go off to right, gaze to left. Feeling that there are two sides to the body here, allowing each one to coexist without judgment or comparison. And come back to center from here. Bring the thighs into the belly. Bring palms to kneecaps and start to build wide circles with the thighs, with the knees in the air. So moving thighs towards belly and then drawing them apart from one another, letting them drop down towards the feet and drawing them back in. And taking another circle in this direction. Lubricating the hips, building movement in the joints, sending some oxygen-rich blood flow to that major area of our body. Change direction. And one more circle in this direction. And then ground the feet. If you have a strap or towel nearby and you'd like to use this as we stretch the legs, you're welcome to. It's not necessary. I'll use mine, but I'll cue for both instances. So if you have a strap, bring the strap to the ball of the left foot as you extend the left leg towards the ceiling. If you don't have a strap, no worries whatsoever. We'll all take a soft bend behind the left knee. Without a strap, palms interlace behind the thigh to draw that gently towards the chest. Both options do the same thing. Using breath here to awaken the back of the left leg, the hamstring, the calf, the Achilles. Notice the connection between all three. Asking all three to release on breath. Find more space for the body. If you'd like, extend right leg forward. And the heel will remain on the ground. Notice if that hitches up the low back, and if so, bring a gentle bend back to that right knee. Bring right hand now towards the right hip crease. Draw left leg off to the side. Use the strap or palm to guide that. Hips are neutral. Breathe into the expanse across the legs. Breathe into the expanse across the hips, the inner left thigh or groin. And come back up through center from here. And now either take strap into right palm or bring right palm to the outer edge of left leg. Take that left thumb, plug it into your left hip crease, press the hip forward so the hips remain neutral. Maintain that with the strength of your hips and draw the left leg across the body towards the right side at hip line. You'll feel a dull stretch towards the outer edge of the left thigh, outer edge of the left hip, maybe left calf. And then come back to center from here. Remove the strap if it's on the foot. Bend the right knee. Take outer edge of left ankle or outside of left ankle on top of right thigh for figure 4 stretch. Flex the left toes to the left knee first. Activate those muscles between joints. And then if you'd like, lift the right foot off the ground. Start to bring the left shin closer to the body. You can take these palms, wrap them around the right thigh if you like that. And breathe in. Notice the sensation on the outside edge of the left hip from here. And bring awareness to the knee. For knee injuries, please be extra careful about that flexion. That helps to protect the joints. And bring awareness to the muscles. Ask them to do the work rather than the ligaments. All right, from here, undo this wrap. Undo the figure 4, ground both feet. Extend right leg towards the ceiling. Either wrap those palms around the back of the hamstring or take the strap to the ball of the foot, your choice whatsoever. And start to breathe in now to the back of the right leg. Awaken that side of the body. Soft bend behind the knee helps to protect that joint. For those of you that know me well, I've gone through a handful of knee injuries, so I'm especially conscientious and aware of stretches and how they can tax both knees and hips. So bear with me on those warnings. Extend left leg. If you'd like, keep heel on the ground. Notice if that low back hitched up. Be aware if this side feels any different. Honor that. And then draw the right leg off to the right side of the body. And keeping hips neutral here, you can take that left palm to the top of the left hip. You'll feel the left hip pointer as your compass. And that compass points upwards towards ceiling as your left toes face towards ceiling, left kneecap, and that helps you bring awareness to the angle of the hips, keeping them neutral here. And come all the way back through center. We'll exchange the strap or exchange the hand. So left palm now to strap or left palm to the outer edge of right leg. Take that right thumb, plug it into the hip crease here, press that down so that you feel neutral hips. Then draw the right leg across the body towards the left side. I'm getting a bit now into this leg. And sending breath, muscle fiber to muscle fiber. Releasing one by one. And come back up to center, remove that strap. Place the strap all the way off to the side. You might need it later as we're standing and binding. So just keep it available for you. Take figure 4 on this side. Right foot flexes back to right kneecap first, setting up the foundation for the hip stretch. And then lifting left foot off of the ground, bringing right shin closer to body. If you'd like, thread palms behind the left thigh. And draw that in closer. Okay, we'll undo this side. Place the soles of the feet on the ground, hip socket width distance apart. Bring palms up by those hips, palms face down on the mat, stretching fingertips towards heels. Press evenly into the feet and the palms. Lift the hips off the ground gently. We'll come into a gentle bridge here. It's not your highest bridge, not your biggest back bend, just awakening up spine, front body, and back body. And then exhale, roll the spine down to the ground, vertebrae by vertebrae. Breathing into the space between the vertebrae. And finding a moment to touch each one down. Eventually, low back comes down. Belly button hugs down to low back. And tailbone towards ankles. Inhale, lift once again, rolling bridge. Long exhale, bring that back all the way down to the ground. And this time we're bringing palms with us for our final 3 rolling bridges. Inhale, press into the feet. Fingertips raise towards ceiling and then reach towards the back of your space. Long front body, inhale. Exhale, simultaneously sweeping down. Close the eyes if you'd like. Just imagining the breath waving through the body on inhales. They inflate the body, they lift. You feel the lightness, the buoyancy. On exhales, the release, the grounding, the support beneath you. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and find lightness in the body as energy and fills you. Exhale, release all the way down towards the ground. Very nice. We'll hug thighs into belly, start to roll along the length of the spine. A few rocks, a few rolls. And then we'll come up to seated. Let's meet in a cross-legged position. So if you would like, if you have any type of challenge sitting in this position, if you feel like your back is rounding down, or your knees are hitching up, either variation of that. Oftentimes it's caused by a little bit of low back tension, tightness, or hip tightness. We all have it. We all work to try to lengthen out of it. So what I just did is I took a little elevation underneath my seat, helping my kneecaps to descend down to the ground from my hip joints. Feel free to take that for yourself as well. I encourage something soft rather than hard, as we'll be doing some moving stretches through this. On inhale, lift palms upwards towards ceiling. Lengthen side bodies from here. Big breath in from those hip pointers all the way across the rib cage. Draw shoulder blades down the back as the fingertips reach in opposing directions towards ceiling. And feel that nice length of the body. On exhale, we're hinging from the hips rather than rounding low back as we reach forward to forward fold. And take a moment here midway down. Take one extra inhale. And then simply place palms on ground wherever they land. Next inhale, draw sternum forward, shoulder heads away from the ears. Exhale, crawl palms a little bit further forward. Follow your breath 2 more cycles. Reach the sit bones back to the space behind you, fingertips forward, chin tucking slightly in to lengthen the neck. And from here, walk the fingertips now towards the left side. Continue to stretch your right hip towards the right space behind. And breathing into right side body, across those intercostals, the armpit, and the back of the shoulder. Anywhere you feel any tension, bring breath there. Walk all the way back through center. Kind of stepping a semicircle with the palms. Both palms now will come towards the right side. Again, now stretch left hip towards the back of the space. Breathe into left side of the body. And come back to center. One final inhale here as sit bones reach back, top of head reaches forward, long spine. And then exhale, walk palms back up to your cross leg position. Exchange the crossing of the legs. It may feel a little bit different. And once you do that, you take that inhale, reach the fingertips towards ceiling, find that length for the side bodies, reach up and out of the hip creases across the rib cage, draw shoulder blades down back, lengthen top of head, lengthen fingertips, strengthen arms, hinge forward from hips, reach forward, take that inhale, use the strength of your belly, exhale, palms come to ground, inhale, draw sternum forward, exhale, walk palms forward. And second forward fold, opposite crossing of legs here. Tuck chin in slightly, lengthen the neck. Walk palms back up to the shins from here. Inhale, stretch palms all the way upwards towards ceiling, or stretch arms rather. On exhale, we're twisting to the right side. Bring the right hand behind the body. Left palm can come to the right thigh. It can face downward or upwards, whichever your body allows. Right palm acts as an extension of the spine. Lift and lengthen from there. Inhale, exhale, twisting to right. Use the breath here to inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, hug belly button in to support the twist. Support the posture with the strength of the core. And come back to center, big inhale and reach. Exhale, twisting to left, left palm behind body. It's an extension for the spine to maintain the spinal alignment, lift up from the ground. Right palm placed on left thigh, assisting with the twist for resistance. And come all the way back to center, my yogis and yoginis. Big inhale up. And exhale, palms down, come over those crossed shins. We'll meet in child's pose. And bring that cushion off to the side. We'll likely need it a little bit later. And hips come back to heels in child's pose. Knees can be spread out wide or together, whichever your body allows. Walk fingertips and palms forward towards the front of your space. And begin to feel the length of spine now as belly drops down through the space between the thighs. And staying in child's pose, and knowing this is always a place to come back to through the movement of our practice. If you ever feel you need a moment to reset or rest, regain breath, and then please take child's pose as you wish, as your body asks you to. No matter what I instruct today, your foremost teacher is that voice of intuition, the voice of your body, your mind, the breath. Let the breath always lead the way. On inhale, rise up. Align shoulders over wrists for tabletop, knees underneath hips. Rotate so that your pointer fingers face forward, fingers are spread wide, and that the mid knuckles are pressing down into the ground to lift weight out of the wrists. If your toes are tucked, untuck those toes, press into the tops of the feet and ankles to find that same activation, lifting weight out of the knees. Maintain activation in the core as well to strengthen, as well as support spinal movement. Inhale, come into cow pose, tailbone, head tilt up. Exhale, press away into cat. Inhale, forward into cow. Undulating spine. Exhale, press away from ground into cat. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, press away. Building larger motion here. Inhale, shift hips forward. Exhale, round back, bring hips to heels. Chakravarkasana, awakening up the spine and all of the energy centers within the spinal column. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, round back, hips to heels. Again, inhale, follow breath forward, hips to wrists, drawing chest through. Exhale, rounding back, hips to heels. Layer 3 onto this. Inhale, come forward to crocodile, bend elbows, forearms to ground, Chin, chest, come through, belly to ground. Rise at the crest of inhale into baby cobra. Exhale, press away from ground into cat, then child's pose variation. 2 more times, undulating spine on breath. Just following the length of your breath to guide the extent of your movement. Last time. And we'll meet back in tabletop once again. In tabletop, walk those knees a bit wider, maybe to the outer edge distance of your hip sockets. And keep hips over knees as we walk palms forward into puppy dog pose. As you come down towards ground, be aware of the chest, the shoulders, bring forehead to ground. And start to open up the chest and shoulders. Do so only to the extent that your body allows. Support the downward angle at the spine with the strength of the belly. So hug that belly button up to the spine. Breathe into the chest, breathe into the heart. Anahatasana, or puppy dog pose, opening up the heart center. Walk palms now back underneath shoulders. We'll bring knees back underneath hips. Tuck the toes, press back down dog. Meeting in down dog here. And keep palms at shoulder width distance apart. Keep those pointer fingers facing forward. Take a moment to peek forward. Find that alignment. And then press away from the ground with the mid knuckles, especially the pointer finger and thumb side of the palm helps lift the weight out of the wrists. Traveling upwards with awareness now. Rotate your triceps downward towards the ground as your biceps rotate inward towards the ears. Using the strength of your arms, pressing now the weight upwards towards hips, lengthening spine, gazing between thighs. Soft bend behind those knees releases the low back as well. Feet are hip socket width distance apart, heels hidden behind toes. Finding the same strong alignment with the lower body as we did with the upper. Walk the palms back to the feet, palm print by palm print. We'll meet in a forward fold there. Bigger bend to the knees allows the belly to rest upon the thighs. Allows the spine to lengthen down using the weight of your head to traction out, vertebrae by vertebrae. Gazing now between calves allows the neck to be long. Releasing tension there. Taking opposite elbows if it feels okay and what you desire. Releasing palms back down towards ground. Staying at the back of the mat now. I'll make sure that I'm in the screen if I'm not. But staying at back of mat. On inhale, bring palms to shins. Lengthen the spine. Draw head about halfway up so that you feel you have one long line from sit bones to head. And then exhale, forward fold down towards the ground. Inhale, take that half lift again. Exhale and forward fold. Last time, inhale, half lift. Exhale and forward fold. Bring palms back down to the mat, palm print by palm print. Walk back out to down dog. From down dog here on inhale, rise to the toes. On exhale, bend the knees deeply. Press the sit bones back towards the back of your space. On an inhale, straighten the legs on tippy toes. On exhale, heels descend towards ground. And this time, inhale, shift forward to plank pose. If you'd like, bring knees to ground. It is entirely up to you in your practice. Reach your tailbone towards the space between the ankles. Reach the top of the head forward. Hips are at shoulder height, belly's hugging into the spine. Heart's drawing forward, so sternum is broad. And keep the gaze towards the top of the mat. A long neck here helps to keep the strength in the body. The energy flows where the gaze goes. So just remember, how do we become long? How do we become strong? And then press away, hips come back, down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank once again. And this time on exhale, keep that long, strong body. Bend elbows towards hips, lower the entire body towards the ground. Untuck the toes, press into the tops of the feet, and guide the chest forward and up into cobra. And keep engagement of the core to support the spine. Exhale, chest, forehead, come down to ground. Inhale again, guide forward and up into cobra. Exhale, chest, forehead, come down. Walk the palms back about a palm print. And stack elbows over wrists or wrists under elbows. Hug your biceps in so that the elbows point upwards towards the ceiling. On inhale, guide chest forward and up. Maybe straighten arms into high cobra. Maybe press into tops of feet for up dog. Breathe into the expanse of the chest, the heart. Exhale, press away from the ground. We'll bring hips all the way back, down dog. Rise to the toes on inhale. And come forward to the top of the mat on exhale. Meeting in forward fold, feet underneath hips, soft bend to the knees, protecting the back of the legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen spine forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. And press into feet. Inhale, sweep the palms wide high for Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms heart center, Samastitihi. We'll build a little bit of warmth in our gentle practice. Inhale, sweep palms towards ceiling. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, let the heart lead the way. Inhale, half lift, palms to shins. Exhale, plant palms, step left foot back with left knee down. If you need, take that blanket, pad the knee, untuck the toes, press away from the ground. Inhale, low crescent lunge. Working here for a few breaths, letting the front of the left hip open up. Shift the right hip a bit back. Shift the left hip a bit forward, feeling the stretch across the hip flexor and the psoas. It is your option to take bent elbows here, lifting the heart, maybe gazing up. Reaching palms towards ceiling, big inhale. Exhale, fold forward, frame right foot. If you have blocks, bring them towards the outer edge of the right foot, stretching the right leg for half splits or Ardha Hanumanasana. Hips are aligned here. Spine is long, chest leading the way forward. Take an inhale, lengthen now at the crease of the hip, across the back of the right leg, across the spine. Bend right knee, tuck left toes, lift the left knee off the ground for low lunge. We'll keep the left palm on the block. Lengthen the spine forward first, inhale. Exhale, twist open to right, reaching right palm towards ceiling. Hug the outer hips together, hug the upper inner thighs together. And find length for the body, and then twist open from there. Right palm comes down on inner edge of right foot, high lizard. Palms can be on ground or the block. And keep a strong left leg. Let the left thigh descend down towards the ground. And try not to bend the knee, releasing the strength. So left heel is still pressing towards the back of the room. Top of head is reaching forward. When we're inhale here, on exhale, we'll step back to plank pose. And press the hips back to down dog. As we come through our standing postures, there are options for vinyasas. There are options. Follow your body, your breath. Your vinyasa could be tabletop cow-cat. It could be cobra, it could be up dog. It could be child's pose. We'll take a few breaths here, make that choice. Inhale, lengthen spine, possibly to plank or come down to knees. Exhale and lower halfway. Inhale, open up into cobra or up dog. Exhale, those hips come all the way back, down dog. And step feet together, back of mat. Inhale, lift the right leg, bend the knee, stack the right hip upon the left. And we'll take a breath here into the inside edge of right thigh to the right hip. And finding a bit of strength in the stillness. And then square the hips, extend the right leg towards the back of your space. And take a breath there, feeling with the additional weight, the opening of the back of the left leg. When you're ready, bend right knee on an exhale, step the right foot forward, bring the left knee back down towards the ground. Inhale, low crescent lunge. On exhale, fold forward, frame right foot, tuck left toes, lengthen spine, inhale. Exhale, step forward to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Press into feet, inhale, come to stand. Exhale, palms heart center. Inhale, sweep palms high. Big breath into the side bodies. Exhale, forward fold, palms to ground. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant palms, right foot steps back, right knee down. Again, option to pad that knee as your body needs. Untuck those toes, press away from the ground. Low crescent lunge, fingertips reach towards ceiling. And draw shoulder blades down to the waistline. Hug belly button in towards the spine. Align the hips as you did on the first side. And take a bend in the elbows, lift the heart, maybe the gaze follows. Reach fingertips back towards ceiling, inhale. Exhale, frame left foot. Setting up for half splits on this side. Bring blocks around that foot, shift hips back. Straighten the left leg any amount your body allows. Find that same hinge at the left hip here, lengthening out, hips to head, lengthening from hips to heel. And tuck chin in slightly. And feel the opposing action of hips drawing back, head drawing forward. Rebend left knee. And tuck right toes, lift the right knee off the ground. Keep the right palm on a block if you're using them. Lengthen spine on inhale. Exhale, twist open to left. And bring the left palm back down. Inner edge of left foot, setting up for high lizard. Heel toe left foot to outer edge of mat. Direct the knee over the ankle. Direct the toes out towards an outside angle. About 30 degrees outside of what you would normally do for straight alignment. Keep a strong right leg, even though we're letting the right hip descend down a little closer to the ground. Opening up across the inner right hip, inner left thigh. And pressing away from the ground, finding length on inhale. Use your strong belly on exhale, step back, plank pose. And press hips to down dog. And then across the next 5 breaths, travel through vinyasa or not. We'll meet in down dog, no matter what your choice is. Meeting in down dog here. Step feet together at back of mat. On inhale, lift left leg, bend left knee, stack the hips, direct the kneecap towards the ceiling. And taking breaths in this stillness, using the additional weight and stacking of hips to open up the right leg. Evenly press away from the ground with both hands, strengthen arms, shoulders are even. Inhale, extend left leg back, square the hips. On an exhale, bend the left knee, bring leg under body. Step left foot forward, right knee down to ground. Inhale brings you to low crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward, frame that left foot, tuck right toes. Inhale, lengthen spine forward. Exhale, step right foot forward, top of mat. Half lift on inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And press into the feet, rise from that foundation. Big inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms come to heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, sweep palms towards ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant palms. Step right foot back, followed by left plank pose. And press the hips back to down dog. And take the inhale there. Optional vinyasa. 4 breaths or so. Flow as your body needs. Guide yourself with your foremost teacher. the voice of your intuition, and starting with your heart, leading with loving kindness for yourself. Maiden down dog, inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step right foot forward between the palms. If it's okay for you, keep left knee off ground. Small bend in that left knee, press away and rise into high crescent lunge. Bend the right knee towards the right ankle. And keep the left knee as bent as you may need to let the tailbone direct down towards the ground. And straighten the left leg any amount. Reach fingertips towards ceiling. And sweep right palm down. Reach right palm towards inner left thigh. Reach left fingertips towards ceiling. Maybe the gaze follows for exalted crescent lunge. And keep that strong belly. You'll feel a progressive stretch across the front of the left hip and quad. Reach right palm to meet left palm once again. Big inhale. Bring palms to heart center from here. Left heel comes down to the ground. Then hop that left foot in a little bit. We'll transition to warrior one. The heels are at hip socket with distance. Left foot angles in about 45 degrees. Right knee continues to bend over right ankle. Right foot faces forward. Both hips face forward. And find that alignment. Find the strength of both legs. Left leg is straight. Reach fingertips towards ceiling. Big inhale. And sweep palms behind back. Interlace right thumb over left. Knuckles draw down to ground. Heart lifts towards ceiling. Gaze follows. Humble warrior on exhale. Hinge at the hips. Lengthen spine. Eventually belly on inner edge of right thigh. Shoulder to right knee. Your focal point is your left ankle. Lift knuckles towards ceiling, broaden across shoulders, open the heart. Hug the outer right hip in. And press away from ground, rise into warrior one. Undo that interlacing, reach fingertips towards ceiling, then hook the thumbs, draw the fingers away from one another. And feel the arms turn on, the shoulders broaden. Maintain that heel toe right foot towards center line of mat. Set legs for warrior two. Longer stance, front heel bisects back arch. Reach right knee over right ankle, split arms from here. Maintain that strength and pulling apart of the fingertips. Gaze forward over the right palm, flip right palm. Keep the deep bend in the right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, left palm to left thigh. Gentle touching down as the right fingertips reach towards ceiling. And come back to warrior two. Hinge at the right hip crease, reach forward with the right palm. We'll come to modified side angle, forearm to right thigh. Find that long spine first, then sweep left palm at shoulder height forward, eventually to the front of your space. Rotate pinky side down so the palm faces behind you. We're creating a long line of energy, left heel all the way up to those left fingertips, shoulders drawing down the back, lengthening neck. Noticing the vitality of the body, energy coursing within. And press away from the ground, rise warrior two. Bring palms to hips, straighten right leg. Setting feet for triangle, about heel to heel alignment. The width of the feet is approximately palm distance. So if you looked under each palm, that's where the foot would be. Hinge at that right hip, reach forward, bring right side body all the way parallel to ground first. Maintain that parallel nature, simply move at the shoulders. Palms are like clock arms. Find length for the body now, all the way from your left hip to the crown of the head, long spine, rotating open. Spiraling right rib cage upwards towards left, left rib cage upwards towards the ceiling. And press away from the ground from here, rise back, triangle pose. Take the inhale, bend the front knee to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel palms around the right foot. And step the right foot back to plank pose. It is your option here. We're going to come through side plank on right side. So you may modify side plank by bringing right knee to ground, using that as a foundation as you roll towards the right side, bringing left foot to ground, and then reaching left palm upwards towards ceiling. you're welcome to do that variation. You're also welcome to take Vashisthasana with the leg off the ground. In that case, you'll roll to the outer edge of right foot, peel open, almost like you're drawing an arrow across the body. Eventually, at left fingertips, reach towards ceiling. Full spinal alignment here. The heels to hips, hips to head. Long energy from palm to palm, inhale. Exhale, plank pose. And press the hips back, down dog. My yogis who have energy for vinyasa, follow that breath through. My yogis who want restoration, bring knees to ground, take child's pose. We'll meet together in 4 breaths. Meeting here in down dog together. Big breath into the body and exhale. Lift the left leg behind, take an inhale. On exhale, left foot steps forward between palms. Small bend to the right knee, keeping that right knee off the ground if that's okay in your body. Set the foundation, press away, rise to high crescent. We'll meet in high crescent. Bend the right knee as much as you may need to direct your tailbone down to the ground. Take any pinch out of low back. Straighten the leg as much as your body allows. Find the posture that works in your body, or the variation of the posture. Reach left knee over left ankle. Sweep left palm now to inner right thigh. Exalted crescent lunge. Reach right fingertips upwards towards ceiling. Lift heart towards ceiling. Maybe gaze follows. Reach left hand upwards to meet right. Inhale. Exhale, palms come to heart center. We'll hop the right foot in slightly. Ground right heel, opening to warrior 1. Left knee reaching over left ankle. Heels at hip socket with distance, strong right leg. Both hips face forward, fingertips reach towards ceiling. Sweep palms behind back from here. Interlace left thumb over right, the opposite thumb as last time. Knuckles draw down. Find that opposing action, downward drawing, upward lifting, breathe in. On exhale, humble warrior. Belly shoulder towards inner edge of left leg. Focal point is right ankle. Hug outer left hip in. Hug the belly upwards towards the spine. You'll feel the strength and the ability to maintain the alignment across the hips and in the core. And then from there, everything expands out with energy. Press away from ground, inhale, rise to warrior 1. Hook the thumbs once again, fan those fingers. Strong arms, feeling the shoulder blades draw apart from one another. Feeling the triceps turn on. Keeping palms as they are. Heel toe left foot towards center line. Lengthen the stance, prepping for warrior 2. Once you have that foundation in the legs, strong legs, split the arms, maintaining the activation, the strength from shoulder blades to fingertips. Bend left knee over left ankle. Straighten and strengthen your right leg. Shoulders over hips. Flip left palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Right palm gently touches down to right thigh. Left fingertips reaching towards ceiling. And come back to warrior 2. Hinge forward from the left hip. Reach left fingertips forward, bend left arm, forearm to thigh, modified side angle, right palm sweeps in front of your gaze, then forward, rotating pinky side down. One long line of energy here, right heel to right fingertips. Rotating belly, chest open to right side, spiraling left rib cage towards right, right rib cage upwards towards ceiling. And press away from the ground, inhale to warrior 2. Bring palms to hips, straighten left leg for triangle pose. Draw the left hip back so the tailbone tilts toward inner upper right thigh. Extend palms out evenly. Hinge at the left hip, inhale. Bring your side body parallel to ground. And then like clock arms, the arms just rotate at the shoulders. Long spine. Tailbone to crown of head, open chest, open heart, strong body gazing upwards. Press away from the ground from here. Inhale into warrior two. And then exhale, cartwheel, palms down. Frame the left foot. We'll come once again into side plank here. So it's an option to bring left knee down. Left foot kicks out for modified variation, feeling open. Or your option is to take the variation with left leg off ground. Rotate to outer edge. Again, like a bow and arrow, peel the body open. Right palm reaches towards ceiling with control. Finding that same line of energy from palm to palm, lifting weight out of the left wrist. One long line from heels to top of head, inhale. Exhale, we'll meet in plank pose, and then press hips back, down dog. Again, yogi's choice, your practice, your body, your energy. Vinyasa, inhale, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, peel heart open. Exhale, hips come all the way back, down dog. Inhale, rise to those toes. On exhale, bend the knees, press the chest all the way back. Find length for the body, fingertips to sit bones. Inhale, straighten legs. Exhale, heels descend down towards ground. And step the feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg, bend the knee and open up on exhale. On inhale, sweep that leg all the way under the body for warrior two legs. Rise into warrior two. Inhale there. On exhale, hinge forward from the hip, long line of energy. Bring right palm towards the outer edge of the right foot. Left palm to left hip. Let's hop that left foot in a little bit. We're setting up to rise in half moon. Hug the outer right hip in, right? So you're gripping that inner or the outer right hip in towards the left thigh. Use that as your foundation. Press into the right foot as you shift forward, slowly lifting left leg off ground, upwards above hip height, so that you feel you have one line across the left side body. Left palm reaching now upwards towards ceiling. Keep gripping the outer right hip in. Keep lifting out of the standing leg. Big inhale there. And then bend to the right knee. Land back to warrior two. Rise, straighten the right leg. Bring palms to hips. Rotate all 10 toes towards the left side of your mat, setting up for wide leg forward fold. Draw the elbows back behind. Tilt the tailbone down. That's your strength of the posture. Inhale, lengthen from there. Exhale, hinge from hips, forward fold. Heart, chest lead the way, lengthening spine as top of head drops down towards ground. And shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Hug the kneecaps up to the quads. Release the palms down towards the ground. Walk the palms now back to frame the left foot. We'll set up for warrior two here. Left leg. Find that foundation, inhale and rise. And split the arms. Reach out in opposite directions. And then shift forward, lengthen the left side body here. Bring left palm to outer edge of left leg. Right palm to right hip. Grip the left hip in. Hop the back foot a bit forward. Press away from the ground with the left foot. Left fingertips crawl forward, torso's length distance. Half moon on. And keep hugging that left hip in, finding that long line of energy for the right side body. And then lifting right arm towards ceiling if you'd like. And bend the left knee once again. We'll land gracefully in warrior two, meeting there, opening up, inhale. And then exhale, straightening left leg. This time taking goddess in between sides. Toes face outward, knees bend over ankles in the same direction as those toes. Palms come to inner thighs. Big breath in, let the heart drop forward. And then on exhale, bringing right shoulder down towards the center line, twisting spine, looking to left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, left shoulder down, looking towards right, twisting. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring fingertips towards ground. Rotate towards runner's lunge at the top of mat. And step right foot back to meet left in plank pose. And press the hips all the way back towards down dog. And setting up for pigeon pose here, if your knees and hips allow for it, find a little blanket or pillow near your mat to support the right hip. If this is not okay for your knee, then you'll take figure 4 as we did in the beginning of class. Inhale, lift right leg. Exhale, bring right knee forward. Right foot goes to the left side of the mat, any amount your body allows. Extend the left leg back behind. Support the right hip with your cushion or your blanket if it's lifted off the ground. That'll allow the tissues and the fibers, the muscles to release. Find some length for the front body first. Big inhale there. And then exhale, crawl the belly all the way down to the ground. And stack the forehead on the palms if you'd like. Extend the arms forward. Any variation that feels appropriate in your body that allows you to ground down, settling our energy, releasing any final tension out of the hips, using the breath. Visualize the breath traveling through the body like a stream of water, circulating where you feel tension. Visualize the tension as little grains of sand being swept out of the body, and creating a smooth surface. No resistance, a flow of energy throughout. And walk palms back up underneath the shoulders. Remove that cushion out from the right side. Take a breath in here, lengthen. And then tuck left toes. We'll sweep the right leg all the way back. It's up to you what you like to do between sides. I like to first open my hip, big inhale, release the hip. And then exhale, step the foot down. I then like to take a vinyasa, but you don't have to. For me, vinyasa neutralizes the hips. They're both even here. I feel the body and the breath move together. Hips come forward, opening up. Exhale, back down dog. Lift left leg on inhale, setting up for left side. We're switching if you're taking figure 4. Left knee comes forward, left foot towards right edge of mat. Again, taking the variation and support for this side that's appropriate in the body. Lengthen first, take that inhale. And then exhale, crawl that length down towards the ground. Maybe stacking forehead on palms. Maybe extending arms forward. Again, bringing awareness now to this side of the body. And sending the breath where you feel tension, visualizing it like a stream of water, carrying away the sand, carrying away the silt, and creating a smooth surface so that your energy can flow freely and softly within. And walk palms back underneath shoulders. Take an inhale into the length of the body. And tuck toes, exhale. Again, doing anything you like on this side. Extending left leg back, maybe opening hip. And touching left toes down. Giving ourselves this final vinyasa, if indeed that's what your body's asking. Moving slowly. And then bringing knees down to ground. Slowly coming to the back. We'll hug the thighs into the belly. And bring the thighs in. Press the shins into the thighs into the belly. Draw them a bit wider than the rib cage. And take this happy baby pose. And take a variation low to the ground, feeling that compression, feeling the grounding of the entire spine. And then bring the palms to the inner edge of the feet. And keep the right foot in kind of in this half bound position. And then extend the left leg out to the left, any amount that works in your body. Still pressing low back and sacrum into the ground. And bend the left knee once again. Bring the left heel to the ground. Extend the right leg out long. Any amount that works in your body. And bring the right heel in. And take a moment here. Toe tips together, knees out wide, pressing towards the back of the mat or the back of your space, stretching the groins. And then releasing the legs down to the ground, releasing the arms down to the ground. And set your space for Shavasana. If you have anything around you that you like to use for comfort, maybe take the mat under the head. Take a blanket under the head. Maybe take that blanket across the hips. Sometimes that extra grounding is really nice. Tuck the palms underneath it if you would like. Remove anything that may be touching you. Let your body gently touch down. Settle the energy. Release the breath of practice. We'll spend a moment here together in Shavasana, feeling the effects of our practice settle in. Taking an inhale into the body and allow that inhale to lift the heart. Allow that exhale to release any extra tension, anything you need. And over the course of the next breath or two, we'll come to seated. And keep the eyes closed if you prefer. We'll meet one another, any comfortable cross-legged position. And bring the palms to heart center, tuck that chin in, and curl the lips up into a smile. And greet the day with kindness, compassion, courage, hope. Take a breath of gratitude, thanking yourself for showing up today, allowing yourself to just be on the mat. And gratitude for one another, for showing up and sharing in the energy together. I honor and I bow to the love, the light, the universe that resides within and around each and every one of you. And until we meet again, namaste. Thank you. I hope you have a beautiful day today. Join Marian at 10 a.m. She's got some resistance training, and it's wonderful to see you all here. Bye.